Welcome to Rhythm of Real Estate, where we bring mindset and decision-making theory into your real estate journey. This month, we're going to talk about the problem with never quit. Never quit. This is probably the deepest rooted limiting belief I've carried throughout my life. Other versions sound like this. Just hang in there. You need to persevere. Quitting was never an option for me. Of course, this helped me push through many challenges, and I was able to achieve many amazing things because of this. So I am very grateful for this wisdom. There are many occasions I felt I'm glad I stayed. But at the same time, there are occasions now I realize I stayed too long. When I finally found the courage to call it quits, I felt like failure, long before I felt a sense of relief. Even decades later, my mind asks why I couldn't continue when other people seem to have no problem staying. And this doesn't seem like just my belief. Let's look at how we talk about quitting. Quitters never win. Winners never quit. This is because quitting is often associated with negative labels such as failure, weakness, laziness, cowardice, and loss. But is it? Of course, there are occasions where this association can hold true. For example, when we quit simply to avoid responsibilities, challenges, or criticism. Or we quit out of fear or ego. But there are other contexts where quitting might be the right choice. Quitting can release what's not working. When you quit, you are releasing something that's not working for you anymore. You are making space for a new thing that can excite you and energize you. Something that's aligned with your current situation and current season. Quitting allows us to adapt and stay flexible. Imagine a world where quitting wasn't allowed. Once you made a decision, you have to stick with it forever. Every choice has to be perfectly strategic, right? But then new information arrives because the world is constantly changing. You want to adapt. You want to change your course, but you can't. The fact that we have the option to quit is a gift. We receive new information every single day. The world evolves. Our responsibilities shift. Quitting allows us to respond accordingly and live a more dynamic life. It can help us grow or redirect us toward a better path. What are we really giving up? When we say never give up, what are we really giving up? There's a story about Mount Everest climbers in the book I'm currently reading called Quit. Climbers set a strict turnaround time before ascending the mountain so they can return safely to base camp. They are encouraged to follow this time no matter how close they are to the summit. When that time arrives, before they reach the top, they must make a difficult decision: to quit. On the surface, they are giving up on their goal. But if their ultimate goal is returning safely, then they haven't given up anything at all. Quitting the summit protects the larger objective. When you quit one thing, you may be honoring something more important. Of course, this is not encouragement to quit impulsively. There's a big difference between reactive quitting and strategic quitting. Strategic quitting releases you from unhealthy obligation, redirect you toward better opportunities, and help you focus your time and energy on what truly matters. Endurance is powerful only when it's aligned with the right path. Now let's bring this into the rhythm of real estate. Let's say you want to buy a home. Your family situation may have shifted. Maybe you heard someone say, this is the perfect time to buy. So you speak with a lender and an agent, and you explore your options. Then you find out the monthly payment is higher than you expected. The projected commute time is longer than you imagined. Your savings cushion may shrink more than you're comfortable with. You start sensing friction. Instead of pausing to think through these concerns, you decide to push forward because you're afraid that if you don't buy now, you'll miss out forever. If buying a home right now truly aligns with you, that's wonderful. But choosing to pause, quit until you're genuinely ready, may not be a bad decision either. Quitting protects your peace, finance, and long-term flexibility. You may be able to save more or prepare more thoughtfully. And when you're truly ready, your home buying journey may become more enjoyable. Pushing through doubts may bring you closer to the dream of becoming a homeowner. But pausing to evaluate them can be wisdom. The key is knowing which aligns with your current path. So the real question becomes, how do we know when the quitting is the right choice? We'll explore that in another episode.